Let's talk Palantir. Palantir has really been killing it over the past 6 months, past year, and it's looking like this company is becoming the next big AI trade. In this video, we're going to look into Palantir's business a little bit, and we're also going to look into the future of Palantir and the growth potential for this company. Before I do get into the video, please make sure to like the video and also subscribe to the YouTube. I'm also going to put a QR code for a Bitcoin tip down below. So if you want to support the channel, feel free to send me a little Bitcoin tip. Now let's get into it. Palantir was founded in 2003 by Peter Thiel, Alex Karp, Joe Lonsdale, and others. And the company structure is a bit confusing. It took me a while to really get some research done on Palantir and to really try to understand the company, because just the whole system of Palantir is a lot. And I feel like for someone who isn't using their platforms, it's a little bit difficult to understand, but I'm going to do my best in this video to explain the business model. And if you notice anything that I point out that is wrong, please let me know down below in the comments. But to put it in simple terms, what Palantir does is they allow large entities to optimize their data. So Palantir builds these platforms, these unified models where they take data and they put it into an interactive map, and it allows larger entities, large data heavy entities, to utilize this data to their best ability and to really see the connections and relationships between different types of data. And seeing the relationships between these different types of data allows these large entities to make the best decisions possible. So as we've entered the 21st century, we've really gotten an idea of how valuable data is. You hear about having to protect your data and companies trying to take your data. And what Palantir does is they really are a hub for utilizing data to your best ability. Palantir has two main platforms. The first one is Palantir Gotham, and this platform was built for government intelligence, defense, and law enforcement agencies. So it's really built for the US government and their allies. This platform is used by the NSA, it's used by the FBI, the CIA, the Department of Defense. And basically, this platform, like I said, it gathers data for these government agencies, and it puts this data into a unified model and allows these agencies to make better decisions. It allows them to detect threats, detect anomalies, and really manage risk as well. The Palantir Gotham platform is used by the US military on the battlefield to make better real-time decisions and to manage the risk of those decisions. It's also used by US intelligence agencies to do things like tracking terrorists and preventing attacks. And those are just two examples of how Palantir Gotham is used. Palantir's other main platform is Palantir Foundry. Now, Foundry is designed for commercial enterprises. It's used in sectors like finance, healthcare, energy, and more. And when we think about the service that Palantir provides, all sectors can benefit from this service, right? If you're a large entity with a lot of data, then you can benefit from Palantir Foundry. So similar to Gotham, what Palantir Foundry does is it gathers a bunch of data and it builds it into a unified model, an interactive model that these commercial enterprises can use to optimize that data, to make better decisions, to manage risk, and really to just get a full picture of how their company is operating. Palantir Foundry is used to forecast market trends in finance. It's used to optimize pharmaceutical supply chains, and it's used to improve energy efficiency at a variety of different enterprises. If we look at one specific enterprise, BP Oil uses Foundry to improve drilling efficiency and also to find the best cost-effective routes for oil transportation. So Palantir Foundry is a service that has really helped out a variety of different data-heavy enterprises, and we're continuing to see customers come to Palantir, and we're seeing more commercial enterprises looking to use their service because it is so valuable. Along with Palantir Gotham and Palantir Foundry, Palantir also has a couple of other services, which are Palantir AIP and Palantir Apollo. And from my understanding, these services are more integrated with Gotham and Foundry. If they are more of their own separate service, please let me know in the comments. But from what I've seen and researched, that's what it seems like. So Palantir AIP is basically their artificial intelligence platform, and it's integrated with Gotham and Foundry. So within Gotham and Foundry, users of Palantir can basically use large language models to communicate with the software, and also the AIP automates workflows, it automates decisions, it updates the data continuously. So AIP is a very important part of the Palantir platform, but it's more integrated with Gotham and Foundry. And then if we look at Palantir Apollo, Apollo is Palantir's software deployment platform. So what Apollo does is to make sure that all the Palantir software is deployed seamlessly and updated seamlessly, and it also manages and monitors the health of the different Palantir software. So all of these, the Palantir AIP and Palantir Apollo platforms work together with Gotham and Foundry. And I actually have a little visual here, which kind of shows the relationship. If we look at Palantir Foundry, you can see that there's that AIP above the Palantir Foundry. Then within Foundry, you have AIP, the ontology layer, data services, AI services, workflow services, the security and governance layer, and then below you have Apollo, which is the software delivery layer, making sure that the software is continuously being updated and deployed in the right way. Now, looking at the growth potential for Palantir, I think it's important to take a look at this market, the market of data, and think about the potential scale for Palantir. All entities can benefit from being able to optimize their data. And if Palantir can really provide this key software for doing that, then they have a huge potential customer reach. Now, with Palantir, the enterprises that are probably going to benefit the most are going to be larger data heavy enterprises, and that's who Palantir is working with. I already mentioned the government agencies that Palantir is working with, but they're also working with a number of large companies like Ferrari, Amazon, Morgan Stanley, and more. If Palantir can continue to bring in these large commercial enterprises, then they are going to continue to see their revenue rise and they are going to grow more. We actually just got the numbers for 2024, and we saw that Palantir's customer count grew 43%. Their commercial revenue was up 64% year over year, and their government revenue was up 45% year over year. And when we look at their relationship with the US government, that is a very good indicator that the company is in a good place, right? The relationship with these government agencies, the contracts that they have there, and Palantir has really solidified themselves as a main partner of the US government. That's going to be a great lifeline for the company moving forward. Now, if we look back to the commercial space, it's great that Palantir works with these larger, more data heavy commercial enterprises, but it really doesn't make sense for all companies. If you're a smaller company and you're not working with a ton of data and you really don't have the capital, the money to afford using a platform like Palantir, then you may look to a cheaper and easier alternative like Snowflake, Databricks, Google Cloud AI, or Microsoft Azure. And that's fine. And really, when we look at Palantir, the great part about the company is that they do have these larger enterprises as customers, right? These enterprises with more capital, more money, and that just means they're playing in a bigger market, which, you know, I'd rather be in. You can let those smaller companies use these alternatives, and you're going to bring in these these larger companies with a lot of money as customers. As I mentioned earlier, Palantir is up big over the past 6 months. The stock is up 277%. As we can see in this little visual, it has gone on quite the run. And like I mentioned, Palantir is kind of becoming the next big AI trade. The company is currently sitting at a market cap of $252 billion. And the question is this justified? We have continued to see Palantir beat their revenue expectations. They've continued to have very positive earnings reports. In Q3 of 2024, they had revenue of 725 million, and that was 30% year over year growth. And in Q4 they had revenue of 828 million, and that it was 36% year over year growth, and they beat expectations by a lot. In Q4 the expected revenue was 767 million to 771 million. It came in at 828 million. But when we compare Palantir to a company like NVIDIA, let's say, we all know that NVIDIA has been the main AI trade over the past couple of years, and NVIDIA has skyrocketed to become one of the most valuable companies in the world. Comparing the revenue of these two companies, in Q3 of 2024, Palantir had 726 million in revenue, while NVIDIA had 35 billion. So that just shows you that NVIDIA is really playing at a higher level currently. And when we look at the earnings of Palantir and we compare it to the market cap of the company, it really suggests a bit of a disconnect with that valuation compared to how much they're earning. If we look at the price to earnings ratio, it's 583.42 for Palantir, which is super high. That suggests that the company may be a bit overbought. It also suggests that there's a lot of enthusiasm for the company, and that's why people are buying into it more, because they think that this revenue will continue to rise. But when we compare their PE ratio to some other companies, NVIDIA has a PE ratio of 51.26. Tesla has a PE ratio of 177.26, which is still a bit high, and Microsoft has a PE ratio of 33.02. When the price to earnings ratio is this high, it suggests that a stock may be getting a bit ahead of itself. And when we look at the past 6 months, the stock is up 277%. It seems like it may be a little overbought, and I'm not sure if right now is the best time to load up on Palantir. We also have some potential market trends in play this year with these tariffs that could be coming in that could cause the market to correct, and a stock that is potentially overvalued right now could be one of the stocks that sees a higher correction to the downside. So if I was looking to get some exposure to Palantir and some exposure to AI stocks, I would maybe be looking for a pullback. Just with how much the stock has been bought as of recent, it seems like there's a lot of hype, and that hype could die down. But long term, I really like this company. It is a company that is helping some of the largest, most data-heavy institutions and entities operate more efficiently. And that's something that all companies, enterprises can get behind, right? If you can find ways to operate more efficiently, then that's going to allow your business to grow. So I think that they are going to continue to see more customers come in, and we will see this revenue continue to rise going forward. And I'm really bullish on this company. It seems like they're providing a very valuable service, some of the most valuable software for the AI revolution. We're also in a period of heightened global conflict, and with that we may see governments demanding Palantir's Gotham platform more, which is great for their business. That's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't like and subscribe, please make sure to do that now. Thanks for watching. I'll be back soon.